ta'ala make it easy. Some of the men, astaghfirullah. Let me not say what I was about to say. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us ease. You know, my brothers, my sisters, without dedication and without hard work, you won't achieve. You won't achieve. So let's have the plan and let's fulfill it. When the second night of Ramadan comes in, remember this day. Remember what we're promising today. What are we promising? We are saying that when the second night of Ramadan comes in, we won't be lazy. We're going to get up and say, I'm not going to falter. I'm not dwindling. I'm not going down. I know. We lead the Taraweeh in the masjids. We deliver sometimes talks in the masjid. We try not to prolong. This year the series will not be more than 12 minutes, inshallah. Some people come and say, no, please lengthen it. You know, wait, hang on. We have to cater for those who really find it difficult to listen to a good talk. So unfortunately, we're going shorter and shorter and shorter. There will come a time when we'll have to get up, speak for 3 minutes and walk away, because you'll be losing out on your game, I think. Allah make it easy. So remember, you're going to have to get up again and make sure it happens. When we get up for Taraweeh and for the lecture, we notice first day is packed, second day is slightly less, third day, okay. Fourth day is as though everyone is gone for Umrah. MashaAllah. A week later, they come back with a haircut. And you wonder, MashaAllah, how was your Umrah? Umrah? Who went for Umrah? Oh, but I thought you went for Umrah. No, I just had a haircut. But you were missing from the masjid. We can't even say you were missing from the masjid, because nowadays it sounds like, oh, so you were taking register here, you know? That's not what we were doing. But I'm just saying, guys, you know, come on, this is the house of Allah. I promise you, when we are connected to the houses of Allah, to the masjid, it is a sign of closeness to Allah. If I were connected to your house, and I could walk in there anytime and feel at home, sit comfortably and do what I'd like in the lounge and, you know, help myself to the fridge and the whatever else and the food and so on, doesn't that depict a closeness in relationship? I can come in and walk out. I promise you, if you want a good relationship with Allah, walk into His houses more often. Just go more often. You see the house of Allah, stop there, salah, go in, salam alaikum brothers, how are you guys, everything okay? Sisters, subhanallah, you know, in the sense that within your own space, you can also do the same, subhanallah. And you know what? You will find a huge difference in your life. Very big difference. Because the hadith speaks about رَجُلٌ قَلْبُهُ مُعَلَّقٌ بِالْمَسَاجِدِ, a person whose heart is connected to the masjid. That person will be Allah's guest on the day of Qiyamah. Special guest. You came to my house so many times, today I'm going to honor you. That's what it is. It's a hadith. 7 people who will be granted a special shade on the day of Qiyamah. One of them is a person whose heart was always at the masjids. They wanted to go. They wanted to. Do you know, the calmness in the masjid is only felt by those who know it. They go before everyone else. And as you enter, and it's still quite empty, you can feel that serenity. Subhanallah. Feel it. And you come out feeling so good about things, mashallah. Just make sure you smile at people. And if someone comes and says, Uncle, are you the guy from the hardware? You know, I need to buy a wheelbarrow. Say, inshallah, we talk outside. People do this. They discourage you from coming to the mosque by asking you for discounts, because that's probably the only time they got to stand next to you, and they're building a big building, you know, and they know we're going to save a lot of money. But it's wrong to go into the masjid with the intention of meeting someone for business. And this is why when people say, hey, you know, I need to see you. Okay, I'll see you in the masjid. I say, no. The masjid, I'm going to see Allah. We can meet you in the car park afterwards, outside there, inshallah. Let's see what's happening, subhanAllah. Another very interesting factor. My brothers and sisters, this Ramadan, we're quitting smoking. Done? Done? Some of you have already quitted. And some of the youngsters saying, yes, don't even smoke. This Ramadan, we're cutting smoking. It's going. It's being thrown out. The world has thrown it out. We have to throw it out. We have to cut out smoking this Ramadan. You know what? One of the worst things ever is for a person to break a fast with a cigarette. And it's happening. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm glad to hear that cigarettes are so expensive that people can't even afford them at times. It's bad for the health, it's something bad. Isn't it something you should quit for the month of Ramadan? If your heart is not going to be softened by that, what will it be softened by? If Ramadan didn't stop you from bad, then what is going to stop you from bad? If Allah gave you a month to reflect on your bad habits and you haven't, then what is going to make you reflect on your bad habit? Are you waiting for something worse to happen to you than perhaps a little car accident? You want to lose a limb, you want to be perhaps told that you are terminally ill. May Allah grant shifa to those who are sick and ill. Say Ameen.
Ameen.
Do you want to be told about the death of a loved one? What do you want to be told before you are going to change? What do you want? Write it down. It will come to you. But you know what? A winner is a person who doesn't wait for all of that. What are you waiting? What did Allah give you? Come on, you've committed enough sins. Cut it, chop it, it's over. Come on, we know what it's all about. Let's now be better people, well behaved. We're going to go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we're going to live with dignity, and we're going to live, inshallah, in a way that we reach out to others. I don't want to think just because I'm living, reading 5 salah a day, so I need to look at the others and say, guys, I'm going to Jannah. You guys are not. That's the attitude today. I'm going to Jannah, you guys are not going. That's how people think. That thought itself is problematic. It shows that your heart is diseased, because to feel superior to someone is a problem. You don't know upon what condition you are going to die, and you actually are judged based on how the match ended. You could be losing 5-0, but the match you could win it 6-5. Do you agree? And when you were 5-0, you were already telling people, you guys are out, you're not going through, you guys are totally this and that. Guess what happened? There was a comeback, 6-5. Quiet. Same thing happens in our deen. We look at others and condemn them and tell the guys, you guys, there's no hope. You guys, it's over. You've been so bad, it's out. And we walk like we're the big kings here. You don't know tables can turn at any time. They have turned and they keep turning. That's why be humble. Be humble. Look at people with respect. Talk to them. Even if they're struggling with a few things, help them through. I was speaking about smoking. I've witnessed people come out of the masjid in Ramadan, and the first thing they do is light a cigarette. Straight. My brother, I know you probably have the excuse of saying, but I just needed that. Hang on. It's a month. Cut it out, inshallah. Ask Allah's help. Replace it with something healthy. I spoke about exercising and burning a bit of, calories or whatever you want through the day. Or even in Ramadan, perhaps even in the evenings, depending on your timing. Through the day is not bad as well. And I tell you, if you replace cigarettes with something healthy, you won't miss the cigarettes. It's just in your mind. People say, but it's affecting my... it's in the mind. You can help yourself. I know people will hear this later and comment saying, no, you don't know because you're not a smoker. I know, because I definitely am not a smoker. So much so that one brother comes to me and says, okay, I'll give it up, but tell me, will I have it in Jannah? What a question. I'll give up smoking, but will I have it in Jannah? And I says, you know what, yeah, possibly if you have a fire to light it, To get that fire, you're going to have to go somewhere else. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. This is the thing, my brothers and sisters. We're worried about what we're going to get in Jannah without worrying about going to Jannah. It's the third time I've said it in just as many days. We're worried about what we're going to get in Jannah without worrying about getting to Jannah. How ironic. How ironic. So, Ramadan is a month of softening. Your problems that you have, your difficulties you have, your disputes you have in your family, mostly are connected to a few topics. Number one, money. Connected to wealth. Brothers killing each other because of money. Wealth. Don't worry. I promise you, if you can resolve your matter for the sake of Allah and be the bigger one. And we have disputes at home. Once you get married and you've got your own spouse and kids, suddenly you have politics with your siblings and your parents and everyone else. Cut it. Be the bigger person. Yes, protect yourself. You know, sometimes it's better to be at a respectful distance than to be disrespectfully together. Did you hear what I said? To be disrespectfully together in one home or in each other's faces is worse than to be at a respectful distance or at a distance respectfully. I prefer that. I prefer to be at a distance and respectful rather than be in each other's faces when you're not even getting along. We want to greet each other. We want to be able to resolve matters. If solving a problem